And we're back. What song is that?
I don't know. I was
okay. All right.
Because his phone's on 4%. So.
Yeah, I was going to play Proud Mary to honor the late, great Tina Eat This Cake anime Turner. You know what I'm saying? God rest her soul, man. Has some jams. She passed yesterday. 83. Some type of stomach cancer, if I'm not mistaken. Yesterday, as in Wednesday.
Yep.
Yes. So, rest in peace to the great Tina Turner, man. Obviously, everyone in the world, well, I ain't gonna say everyone. Everyone in the culture have seen What's Love Got to Do with It. Angela Bassett, Lawrence Fishburne, phenomenal film.
Speaking of, I saw people yesterday realize that was a Tina Turner.
Yeah.
They were like, oh. They were like, I thought that was.
That's crazy. I mean, I understand,
but that's how crazy
she did that very well.
Yeah, because a long time they thought that really was her.
Yeah,
and I was like, damn.
I remember, I don't know the time frame, maybe some months ago on Twitter, people were discussing the film and how Angela Bassett had to learn the moves and everything. She's great, bro. Always been great. Never seen her slacking.
And she's highly underrated in my opinion.
Yeah.
She doesn't get talked about enough.
No, she's definitely the GOAT. It's her, Viola Davis, then everybody else in my book.
Then everybody else.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I guess I got to intro the pod. This is episode 221.
Yes.
Right? The StepBrothers podcast. It's your host with the most, Chris Minor, a.k.a. Dino Spumoni, extra cheese and pepperoni, a.k.a. Talk to Me Nice. We gonna stop it there. Me and Dalton have responsibilities. All right. As you can see, the room is empty. Our co-hosts are off being co-hosts somewhere else. I don't know what I think one's asleep, the other one is entertaining a friend. So me and Dalton gonna hold it down back to the essence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, back to PG-13. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? All clean. You know what I'm saying? You can play this in front of your kids. It ain't gonna be none of that type of talk.
In front of the kids, but it won't be that bad, But you might get a fuck or two.
Yeah, now around my niggas you can't. But yeah, they're off, doing their thing. So hopefully they'll be back next week. So yeah, it's just me and Dalton, like we said, back to the essence. We do have some topics, but I wanted to start off.
Sure.
Because Dalton was random as we were setting up. Well, he was setting up. Dalton was singing Carl Thomas, I Wish I Never Met Her, right? And I was like, man, he was really down bad because
very bad.
The song is basically about him liking a chick who has a whole family or whatever, right? We all can relate. Well, I could definitely relate.
Yeah, he tries to
definitely relate.
He calls it unhappily married with children.
Yeah. He wanted, he was upset that she wanted to work it out with old boy for the kids. Like, that's wild. And it just took me back. I'm trying to think out of all my escapades, would I have been like, yo, fuck hubby, I'm going to take care of y'all. Like, for real, like, seriously. I don't know if I would do that. I'm going to be honest.
Now that's a lot of responsibility. That would be more normal than what he said in the song.
What he say in the song?
Because remember, the second verse that we always make fun of, because she wants to stay for the children.
But what about me?
Yeah, but so they can be a family.
Yeah.
For the children. But what about me? So basically he's like, fuck that shit. What about me?
Yeah. She had to have some extravagant things going on with her. You know what I'm saying? He wished he never met her. That's the chorus.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because it hurts so bad.
Inside. It wouldn't hurt so much inside. Hey, wherever Carl Thomas is, thanks for the bop, I guess.
Yeah,
but I don't know if I can feel where you coming from, pause, but I don't know if I'm like the relatability. Like, is this a Drake? Would Drake make this song today?
Yes.
Yeah, he would. Fuck.
He's a simp.
Yeah.
He definitely would.
Drake gonna say it cooler though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he
would he? I guess he might say some suave shit, but then he'll back it up with a fucking video of having a fucking diamond necklace for every girl he
Yeah. I know you don't like shit like that.
Fucking lame.
Frugal spending is Dalton's.
It's not even that. That shit was just lame. I was like, this is fucking stupid.
Speaking of Drake, somebody asked about, or it was like, we need to have a discussion about Hours in Silence. Okay. Boy.
Yeah.
You know, you just listen to the song and you feel like, I like it. I like the beat. I like, I'm paying attention to what he's saying, every bar. So
yeah.
But when that beat switch, he start his rant.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I've ever related to him as much as I did during that little, soliloquy, if you will.
But there's a thing. That's why, and I've said it before. I was like, that's the type of Drake that I like the most, is when he's like on that like talk to you shit.
Yeah.
And when he's on his shit, like he might be unmatched, really. Cause no, I'm sorry, when he's on that, like I'm talking my shit.
That
space.
Free flow, free form, like it's all expression. Like he's definitely, him and Hov do that really, really well.
Very well.
That's why I was like, because I don't know if you do it better than Hov.
But I'm talking. So Hov does it is definitely more smooth. I'm just talking about like Drake talks shit.
Yeah.
And when Drake talks shit, like it's usually like cash money.
Cash. So take that to the bank. Yeah. Deposit that. Mm-hmm. Man, there's so many lyrics in that record. The one that like really struck a chord with me was "Should have been a wham bam, thank you, ma'am."
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit!
That's how many? A line.
Yeah, that's a me line. But he was like, I didn't understand that record when I first heard it. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because once I did understand what he was saying, I was like, I definitely experienced that multiple times. Like, to continue my rant from last episode just a tad bit, like, yo, I'm really out here turning you up and you're misunderstanding what I'm doing. Like, he didn't get no finder's fee. Like, the shit that he's saying, like, you were lost until me. Oh my God. You were lost until me.
I made you, basically, yeah.
Now bitch can say that about me, but I can say that about some bitches. For real. But we're not going there today. All the way. But how was your week?
It was fine. Man, it's just all bleeding together. I'll be taking care of the kiddo. I mean, this weekend though was the first time we didn't have like anything to do.
Right.
So that was nice.
In a while, rather.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
Just and I think it was funny. Like he's in daycare now, so like now I think the weekends are like a breath of fresh air for him. I think he appreciates being home more now.
Yeah.
Because now he actually gets to take full naps. He can play as much as he wants with all the stuff. All his stuff doesn't have to share anything. Right. And then he actually like enjoys being around us. Like he doesn't. I think he's like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah,
like, this,
y'all are my parents.
Yeah, like he's feeling it. But and then we give him like all the meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. So and then he gets to take a nap. Because at daycare,
it's wild.
Yeah, because his average he takes one nap pretty much every time, and it goes between an hour and a half, and then he won't take another one. So he's always tired when he gets home. Mm-hmm. But today he didn't take any nap. Yeah. So today he was like, I'd never seen him like this before. Like he was just like, he looked out of it. Yeah. Like, he looked completely out of it. Like he didn't smile. He just kind of had like a glossed over face. And we tried to feed him dinner. He was just too tired. I think he's teething too. So he's too tired. His mouth was hurting too much to even try. He just started crying. Aww. We put him in a chair, gave him some food. He chewed on it for a bit, and he just eventually you saw him give up. Yeah. So he was so tired. I was like, let's just get him in the room. Rating. I think we all had that week, but yeah, for sure. So Shelby felt terrible about it. But I mean, they can't force a kid to take a nap.
No, you can't.
Mean, yeah, but
which I said before. Well, I said that to Shelby, like straight up. That night I came to your house on the shrooms. You remember our little heart to heart?
Yeah.
I didn't feel attacked. If I wasn't on shrooms, I would have felt attacked. But the shrooms made it be like, oh yeah, this is a welcoming.
Yeah.
I need to know how you feel. This is your kid, you know? But I definitely never wanted to force him to take a nap. Like that's why I was like, we thugging until he pass out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Shelby don't play that.
Yeah,
because she was mad at the daycare ladies too. She was really mad because they they've had two different answers. Like one lady was like, yeah, he didn't take a nap. The other one was like, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And so like she was like, did he or not?
Right.
Because it wasn't in the log. So I was like, and I saw him. I was like, this boy didn't take no nap. Look at him.
Yeah, you could tell.
Said,
maybe he laid down and one was confused. Or maybe
he looked loopy, bro.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I know he's gonna wake up like at 2 a.m. being hungry though. It's gonna happen today for sure.
I'm gonna get you out of here well before that. Because a nigga, work has been kicking my ass. I texted Dominic last night.
Yeah,
like
doing 2 days and shit.
I was like, Dominic, they can take this badge back. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want the badge no more.
Nah, I appreciate the responsibility, I guess. But we had like I can't go into detail because it's like corporate shit. But we had a little mishap at work this week, and I had a lot of angry customers. So this was my first opportunity for them to call the manager to the front or whatever, and I come
thrown into the fire.
Yeah, and it not be like, oh, we need change, or can we sell this to them for this price, whatever the case may be. So, at first I was scared of their reaction because I know what this particular thing means to these people. But then, like, as the week went on, and like I closed for the first time by myself, like Tuesday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was last night, Wednesday. Closed for the first time by myself last night, and it was smooth. Like we everyone's scheduled to 7:30. I probably got us out of there like 7:30, 7. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool. But like I closed with my peers. It wasn't like, I hate to say this because David gonna point this out. There wasn't no true adults in the building. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was me. My homegirl that I work with in the back, one of the younger people that worked the cashier, then another guy. Like we was all black. So it was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I almost thought somebody was gonna put their phone on the fucking phone speaker thing, the intercom. The intercom. I thought we was fit up jam and close the store. Luckily they didn't. But I would have been okay if they did. But yeah, it was a trying week, man. And I've 6 days in a row. This is my second week working 6 days in a row, and it's different. I literally just come home, eat, pop some melatonin, go to sleep, wake up, do it again. Like, it's been rough. But I do appreciate the responsibility, though. It's a test to me. Speaking of which, one of those days I got off, my routine is come home, plop down on the couch downstairs as my parents are mingling and whatever before my mom goes to work or whatever. So my mom was like, I was telling you we were getting the brickwork done on the house and the solar panels and stuff. And she was like, Chris, you need to know these things because this is going to be you one day. And you better take care of the house. And I was like, yeah, I understand, I was like, wait, what? I only got to pay, like, electricity, water, like, what else? She was like, no, property tax, $5,000 a year. I said, you said a who to what? Yeah. And she was like, yeah, that's why you need you a nice young lady, you know what I'm saying? You already got the house, it's already up, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't, that's another story again. But that shit really, anytime my parents start talking about, like, mortality or whatever, I'm like, fuck, this shit real. You know what I'm saying? And one of the I know Dom's going to be mad again, but one of the topics was like, I want to read this verbatim because I don't remember exactly what I wrote. Okay. Dom's going to be sad. I'm sorry, Dom. I know. You're not here to produce. So what do you want me to do? Okay, so this is how I wrote it. So just bear with me, audience. The inevitable fact of getting older and the responsibilities that come with it. How do you deal, cope, prepare, right? Because that's all I was thinking about. The cope aspect, obviously, one day my parents are, going to have to go to upper room, So coping with that and then deal with that. Then the responsibility of, the house. Even when my parents get older, right? What if, I become so busy that we start looking at nursing homes and shit. Do I want to put my parents in a nursing home? Like, these things, right? I feel like you're the perfect person to talk to about shit like this.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I feel like y'all got y'all shit been set up since before you were born, probably. So like, how would you cope? And what was the last one? I already forgot. See, Diamond, you can't miss no more days. Prepare for that responsibility. Would you?
Of my parents?
Well, just the whole thing, like, they don't have to pass. Say your pops was like, yeah, I'm tired of taking care of myself. Got to go to the next home. So I'm sure you being his only son, you're going to have to take care of making sure it's a good home and the payments, and are y'all selling his house? Are y'all keeping his house? Are you going to move into his house? Like, do you think about stuff like that, or you kind of...
I mean, the nursing home aspect, not yet,
right.
Because right now he would definitely not go for that.
Oh, yeah, hell no.
So, no, but, and then, yeah, I mean, I've thought about, like, what will transpire, like, when we get near it.
Right.
Because I've kind of had to when he
diagnosed
with cancer and everything.
Right.
But, like, I mean, his wife's healthy. So, like, we were kind of the point of contact for that kind of stuff right there. But, no, I wouldn't live in his house. I'm sure we would just sell it. Like, yeah, I mean, because he wants to move anyway from that house. So I'm sure we would just sell it if it was that one. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's any way you can really
prepare for that.
Well, you could set things up. Like,
yeah.
You know, get the wills set up, life insurance, what have you. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, I haven't, like, there's no, like, game plan in place because, I mean.
Yeah, that nobody's thinking about it, really, you know?
Yeah.
Especially you and your wife are just starting y'all's life together and with your child, so you're thinking about that, you know. I guess it's different for me because A, I don't have that, and B, like, I still live with my parents. Yeah. So, like, I see it every day. Like, my dad came to me today. It was like, I had a good doctor's visit. And I was like, oh, that's what's up. I didn't even know he was going to the doctor. I was like, you know, what was the news? And he was like, well, there's less cancer in my body now than there was the last time I went. I was like, oh, what's up? Didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it strikes a chord. I don't know how responsible I thought I was prior to, like, a certain point, I guess. I don't really know how to pinpoint that, but it's definitely, this shit's weighing on me heavy, bro. Never thought I needed a full body massage until shit, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. And I more so wanted to ask the question just to put it on like-minded people's mind, kind of. Obviously, again, prepare for the worst, expect the best, whatever that saying is. But just think about it, because I don't know how often people do. You know what I'm saying? Like, not you in particular, but, like, the audience or whatever. Like, it's something to think about. Like, especially if you're not thinking about it at all. Like me. But, yeah, I don't know. I definitely would call you a lot. I know that.
Okay.
I'm like, dog, how the fuck do I you know, where, how, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never had to do no shit like that before. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Probably a bad thing, but what I've learned is it's never too late. You know what I'm saying? So, there you go with that. With that. Speaking of fucking having to get a massage, bro, you know, I told you about that little thing.
Yeah.
I personally think it's like a pull muscle or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Is it still there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Talking to me. On the days that I lift, I really feel that bitch throbbing.
You need to go get this shit checked out.
I know, bro. You know what it is? Like, when you're young and your parents like, ain't nothing wrong with you. Like, I heard that so much. That shit's permanently, like, ingrained. Ain't nothing wrong with me until, like, I can't get out of bed.
Nah, you're not 11 anymore.
Yeah, I know.
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, there's something going on. That's abnormal. But, like, after a long day, How would you like fucking unwind? How would you cope? Like, not cope. That's not the word for today. Fuck. How would you unwind from a long day, a long stressful day? Like, what do you think? Things a young man could do to help unwind.
Unwind?
Yeah.
I mean,
give me some advice. I need it.
Well, mine's different because I'm married with a kid.
Right. But I mean, okay. So, is your kid involved in your unwind process?
Yeah.
Or does he keep you wound up?
I mean, you can, but
yeah.
I mean, but nah. I mean, when I get home, like that's when parenting starts. That's like a second job start. But I mean, he goes to bed fairly early now because the daycare wears him out. But I might just tell Shelby I'm gonna go relax for a second. I'll go in my game room and I'll probably turn the game on or something, or I might just watch something on my iPad with my headphones on, kind of just drown out everything else for a second.
Is it hard for your like, say your body's resting, right? But is your mind, like, is it hard for you to turn your brain off sometimes? Like, it's just
absolutely
still.
Yeah. So I've had this issue since I was a child. Like when I wake up, like in the middle of the night, I could not go back to sleep.
Right, because your mind just start racing.
Yeah, I'm awake, like I'm alert.
Yeah.
So like, that's why when she was out of town, I was just like up because like I heard every sound he made, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Like I couldn't get into a deep sleep because I was so
like
attuned to be like, huh?
Yeah.
What you doing over there?
Ready to be a strike or whatever. I feel you.
Yeah, and then he sleeps most of the night, but sometimes he wakes up like because sometimes he pees out his diaper, so we got to go change him. And then when that happens, I have to like do something to like get myself to go back to sleep. I have to read or play the game or do something like, and it drives Shelby crazy,
right?
Because she's like, "Just have you tried laying down?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah, of course.
Like,
yeah.
But I've told her I've dealt with this like my whole life.
Right.
Like, it's not something that's just current. Like I've always had this problem.
Yeah. That actually happened to me last night. I did what I thought was my new routine because of this week. You know, I came home, ate, took like 2 melatonin. It was kind of hard for me to go to sleep. Ended up going to sleep probably like 10:30 or some shit. Woke up randomly at 2. Didn't go back to sleep till like 4. I had to be at work at 8. I was like, this is finna be. And that's all I was thinking about when I woke up. Like,
happens all the time to
I
me.
have to be at work at 8 o'clock. I have to leave my house at least at by 7:45. Like this, it was.
The only time it doesn't happen to me is if I get up to use the bathroom.
Go back to sleep after that?
Yeah, because that's just like, I'm just like kind of on autopilot. Just got to pee and then lay back down. But if it's like he wakes up and I do something for a second, then I'm going to be awake.
Have you ever got, it's going to be wild. Have you ever got up in the middle of the night, like dead sleep, woke up and had to take a shit? No, right?
What, use the bathroom?
No, take a shit.
Yeah.
I can't remember a time where it was like 3 a.m. I had to wake up to take a shit. Oh, you know what? I'm lying. Anytime I eat like a bag of like extra hot Cheetos, that shit digested.
Oh yeah, I definitely woke up to take a poop before for sure.
It's a fucking wrap. Wrap. Hell yeah, bro.
I woke up from being just so fucking thirsty too. Like,
I'm like,
fucking hell, I'm out dry.
Yeah, for sure.
And then when you drink it, it just doesn't do anything because you're so dehydrated. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Sometimes they do, but
I'll be in there sounding like a fucking when the kids at recess get the bottle.
I don't know about me. But anyways, yeah, old age is wild, bro. Getting older is wild. Like my coworker's in her 40s, but I swear she's young. This is gonna sound not younger than me, but I feel like we're the same age. But she's definitely got like 10 years older. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She looks very good for her age and all that type of shit. You know, we talk about like, we talk about everything. I talk about y'all. I talk about women I deal with. She talk about the men she deals with and all the things that her kids are doing with school and choir and shit. But every time I'm like, damn, you are 40. I keep forgetting that shit, bro. That's crazy.
You are 40.
Yeah, like not that that's a bad thing or anything, obviously. Bro, she's older than LeBron.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder if LeBron worked at Goodwill. He was 38, but we clicked. like how me and her click. You know, like when he tell me about Savannah and the kids and shit like that. His old coworkers, AD, he's a bum, like shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be funny as shit. You just work with LeBron.
Like that's great. Like, hey LeBron, you should do a thing like a joint venture with Goodwill. You know what I'm saying? Step in, like donate some of your game worn stuff or
be
whatever.
Like, I always knew I wanted to work at Goodwill.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
you did,
yeah,
LeBron.
yeah. LeBron gonna lie his ass off. Speaking of lying his ass off, as you know, goddamn, the Lakers got swept by the Nuggets.
They sure did.
What was that? 2 days ago, right? Tuesday.
Yeah, it was like beginning of the week.
Yeah, because yesterday was the Celtics won last night, as in Wednesday.
No, they won on Tuesday because today's the game.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, LeBron, it's not his fault. The Lakers got swept by Denver. I don't know if it was a great series. I don't know. Because I really didn't. I only watched game
Every
4.
game was tight.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
But that boy.
Yeah.
And Jamal Murray been going.
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah. He has.
You could tell they want it. So
Yeah, they want it for sure. Obviously, after the Lakers lost, they went and had their little media thing or whatever. And LeBron, he said his piece about the game, but then he was like, I got some things to think about after, evolving basketball, yada yada, cheese enchilada. And what you said on the way here, like the ultimate thing LeBron's good at is ain't got shit to do with buckets, nigga.
It's controlling the narrative.
Controlling the narrative.
He knows how to change shit around.
Master
also,
spinner, bro.
And then he knows how to work the media.
Yeah. Because it literally went, it didn't even go. Nobody talked about.
He got made fun of on Twitter, but
I mean, as far as like the media,
the media circus immediately stopped.
Yeah.
And was like, now it's all about, is LeBron retiring?
Is he going to retire? What does this mean for his career? His
and he
legacy?
took it further. He took it further too, to be like, yes, I would like to play with my son, but that doesn't mean that he wants that.
Right. Like,
so basically,
we're talking about everything but the game now.
And now it's also even further. Like, will he play for the Lakers next year? It's a bunch of shit.
Go to state now. Rob Pelinka's like, we're not really looking to bring any superstars because Kyrie's up for his little yada yada, and everybody's talking about that. But no, LeBron is definitely good, bro. One thing I want to say about him that I got to get clear here today on the podcast, bro. LeBron James is a phenom. Like, I never wanted, like, my shit talking, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I never could take anything. I seen this nigga do some shit I didn't even know niggas could do. You know what I'm saying? For real. And I just seen niggas jump since Jordan 95. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because they got swept, but he scored 40 points that last game.
40 points, 50
He's 38.
Points. For real, bro. Like, I never
with a torn tendon in his foot.
Yeah. Come on now. I never, ever want to make it seem like LeBron's not that. Like, this ain't luck. It's not magic.
Look,
like, he's really him.
The biggest knock I see, like, people give LeBron. I mean, anybody with hype is always going to be have their detractors, no matter what. Because, especially with basketball, because we hold our, like, favorite players in high esteem, like Kobe for you, Michael Jordan for people older than us, and some people our age. But like, whenever that is like in question, like they're like better than my favorite player, you're out of your mind.
Hold on, Boston dominates Miami 110-97.
Wait,
at home to inch closer to becoming first team in NBA playoff history to overcome 3-0.
Wait,
that must be. The game's about to start, and they were just talking about this.
No, it's over.
It's over?
Yeah. What time did that game start?
Boston won?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The game was in Boston, though.
Good shit, ESPN. Thank you for
But they're not going to come back. That they're not the first. That's never, because it's not going to happen. That means you got to win 4 games in a row.
Yeah, no.
With no errors.
Yeah. No.
This game going back to Miami, Jimmy Butler going to go bananas. Let me see his score. The
box score?
Yeah, let's see. No, he had a bad game. 14 points. 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Yeah, they looks like the Boston's defense held them to everybody under 20 points. So, yeah, that'll do it. But I'm not concerned. Anyway, That game must have been early as fuck.
Yeah, for it to be over now, yeah, for sure. But yeah, as you were saying, like,
Yeah, I mean, it's just like people get real sensitive about that stuff.
oh yeah, for sure. Like,
But the one thing,
we're talking about our heroes here. You know
yeah, the one thing I see that people give him knock for, which I actually do agree with, is that, like they said, LeBron doesn't have that killer mentality.
Okay.
Which, in a way, I agree because I know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you, and I get the sense that when Gilbert Arenas was talking about this,
Mm-hmm.
he said it in a kind of like an asshole way. He was like, I'm not scared of LeBron because like I'm scared of somebody who can drop 40 on me and point, which is like Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kobe had that killer instinct, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Kobe had this thing where at one point he would activate in the Black Mamba mode and he would disregard everybody else.
Yeah,
on the court.
it's just him and
killer mentality, right?
Yeah.
LeBron has always been a team-oriented guy back from high school,
Right.
Because what made him a phenom in the first place was him being so fucking his size, but having the court because people underrate. He's like top 10 in assists, I believe.
Right.
And he's not a point guard. This boy passes the ball. And that was always surprising to everybody, right?
Yeah, he
so that
Magic 2.0.
So that they that takes away from his killer instinct because he won't be the one to be like, I need to take this last shot.
Right.
Kobe be like, I'm gonna make this fucking shot.
Right.
Because he'll be like, oh, he open, boom.
Yeah, I don't follow.
He's a team guy.
I don't follow LeBron for that at all. Kobe did it because he had to do it.
Right.
LeBron,
I don't think it's a fault, but that's what people
Right.
always say. He's not a dog. Like
LeBron feels like the team is built well enough that he trusts his guys who are on the floor with him, like as he should.
But
Kobe did it. No, I'm the man to get the job done.
But listen,
I'm the
Chris,
one to get the job done for sure.
But listen, Chris, imagine if LeBron had a killer instinct. Because I want to tell you something. He's the number one scoring person of all time.
All time.
Also, number one points in the playoffs all time. 8,000.
Yeah.
The next person is 2,000 points behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's without the killer instinct.
This is analytical daddy coming out right here. You heard?
So imagine if this boy was just like solo dolo out there, right? But there's a reason why he can play so long at that level because he didn't have to do everything himself. Even when he did, like he would get, because bro, he took that Cavs team he took to the finals the first time was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But he got them involved though.
Yeah, he did.
Bro, I think Mo Williams was an all-star that year.
Because of it.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? But
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying though, like that type of shit, like, and yeah, it's just like, and then that's why Tim Duncan was so underrated because he didn't have that like.
Yeah.
But Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Could get you anywhere.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't say shit.
Was what's the tall dude with Nate Robinson, right? Was that his name?
Nate Robinson short.
No, okay. Who's the tall dude they called the general or whatever?
Oh yeah, no, not Nate Robinson.
His last name Robinson.
Robinson,
though.
Dave Robinson.
Okay, yeah. He was before Tim, right?
No, they played together I think like 1 or 2 seasons, yeah.
But okay, that's when Tim came in.
But Tim is a 5-time champion.
Yeah, for sure. Shit. Yeah, I mean, you know,
but,
I remember when they was.
But yeah, I'm just crazy. Winning. It's just crazy because an elimination game, LeBron scores 40 points. I don't know what else you could ask for the man.
Not too much.
It's not like Joel Embiid getting 13 points and getting fucking smacked. Because they didn't get smacked. They lost by like 4 points.
That's Lucky's team. But
I don't give a fuck.
No, I'm just saying, like, Lucky's the only one who would have anything to say about the Sixers.
But I'm saying your MVP, Lucky.
Yeah. Is this your king?
He didn't show up when he needed to. And then he had the nerve to sit there on national television and say, me and James can't do it ourselves.
And y'all both, yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
Your other teammates scoreboarded you and James combined.
Yeah, for sure.
But
that was whack.
I get it. Joel's a dog, though. I ain't saying that. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, when I look at MVP, right? Because it's a regular season award. But I look at it as like, bro, what do they do when it matters?
Yeah.
And we see the difference. This boy Jokic is getting triple doubles almost every fucking game.
Yeah.
I'm talking about nobody can stop him. Nobody. Like they've thrown everything at this man.
He the Russian, bro, from Rocky, bro.
And not only will he fucking pass the ball, he gonna out rebound you.
Yeah.
And then he just gonna dice you in the face every time.
If he does, he does.
And it's crazy because he's unathletic as fuck.
Yeah, the boy shoot the ball behind his head, bro.
But you know what? It works. It's crazy. But like they didn't want him to win three MVPs in a row. That just was not gonna happen. But yeah, it's crazy. So it should be Denver, Miami. I don't think Celtics are going to be the first team in history to come back 3-0 and win a series.
I don't think so either.
Jimmy
has been playing outside of his
he's the second best player in the playoffs.
Outside of his body.
Bro, he is.
The bubble really, like, I knew Jimmy Butler for, I'm not going to say antics, but like, I was social media-esque, stuff.
I guess I'm gonna say about the bubble too.
The Miami, when he decided he was going to go to Miami, and the little commercial trailer thing he dropped when he was playing cards with the Dominicans, he had the cigar and the hat, the shirt. I was like, yeah, that's tight. You know what I'm saying?
I love Jimmy Butler, man.
And the bubble really made him, like, to me. I don't know about everybody else, but to me, the bubble made Jimmy Butler. Yeah, it made him
because he always been a dog.
Yeah,
Jimmy's always been a dog.
I ain't know that. And then
always.
That's when I started seeing the conspiracy theories that he was Michael Jordan's son.
Hilarious. I love all that.
I
love all that.
All right.
But here, let me talk about the bubble. Okay, so
let's talk about it.
There are people out there that make fun of the bubble in that playoff series, right? They're like they call LeBron's fourth ring the bubble ring because the Lakers won.
Disney World ring.
However, I don't think people really understand what the bubble was.
Yeah.
You have no crowd noise.
Yeah.
It's just you and the other team with no home field advantage.
Yeah. Open gym.
This is about as pure basketball as you can get if you want to be real. That's pure basketball.
Yeah.
I'm talking about we don't have people chanting at you while you're shooting free throws. You don't have there's no momentum swings. There's none.
Yeah.
Like you don't have the crowd erupting or be quiet, because hearing the crowd go quiet will fire you up if you're the away team. Yeah. There's none of that.
That's why that meme of Russell Westbrook saying whatever, and they panned it to the crowd, and it was like a woman holding a baby or whatever.
Yeah,
like, I feel you on the team.
But I'm saying, so that's pure basketball.
Yeah.
So like, if we want to be realistic, like that's even crazier because like. These boys were like, all they were doing was basketball. Like they were in a facility just doing basketball all day.
Yeah. That bubble was intense, man.
It was. And I can imagine, like, without all the crowd noise, you getting real personal with these motherfuckers. Like, I'm talking about under on the court.
Right.
You can hear everything being said.
Yep.
Like, so, like.
Where was your wife at last night, Nick?
Yeah. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that shit was pure basketball. I don't see why people make fun of that shit, because like that shit was probably tough.
So no doubt in your mind is going to be Nuggets in Miami.
Has to be. Yeah. There's a reason that no team's ever gonna come back from 0-3.
Right.
Because you have to win 4 games in a row with no errors.
It's a lot.
The next game, sure, they won 2 in a row. Awesome, because they have to, right?
Yeah. Desperation.
But the next game is in Miami.
Yeah.
Jimmy ain't going out like that.
No, neither is his homie Adebayo, right? What's his name?
Oh, Bam Adebayo, yeah.
Bam, yeah. Why I brought up Lucky.
Sure. His album dropped.
The Sixers got up out of there. I'm sorry, Lucky. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let you know they got whooped.
He all right.
They got whooped.
He'll be all right.
All right. But he did drop his album. Anticipated.
Yeah.
The streets needed that.
On Audio Mac only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My his album. I was gonna say my album. It is my album. Lucky drop an album. I drop an album. Bad Days, Good Days.
Yes.
Out now exclusively on Audio Mac.
Yes, sir.
The album of his life featuring Millie Meteor, which she's been on the podcast.
Kush.
Hurt Burke. Kush is on there. All right. There's some other people on there. I'm sorry. I can't. OVG Music. I don't know about this Hurt Bergen's person, but the album's out. You know what I'm saying? Lucky's been on the podcast several times. He donned Amanda with the
butthole girl,
booty hole girl, TM. We have gotten in many heated debates. He has called my phone to tell me that Steph Neal was his shit. Like, he's my guy.
He's made a crazy top 50 list.
The top 50 list. Lucky is really, look, he been putting in promo without him really knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's just a wild boy like that. So his album, once again, out available on Audio Mac. Y'all go stream that. Bad Days, Good Life. Y'all go check that out, please, for my boy. You heard? All right. Yes, sir. Hey, Lucky, and send that money to my Cash App for the you know what I mean.
Get out of here. What's the next topic?
Diamond wanted us to stop saying what's the next topic? All right. But I will say this, okay? We
just want to do transitions now?
Yeah, I'm trying to be smooth like butter. You know, so far, don't fuck me up. I'm on a roll.
All right.
So,
because you know butter's on a roll.
Talk about it.
Do the knowledge, nigga.
Talk about it.
Butter's on a roll.
I know what I want the last topic to be.
All right.
Quite there yet, but I know what I want the last topic to be.
Sure.
I got a little. These are. I got my separate notes. Like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just us.
Yeah. We're finna talk about hip hop. So if y'all don't like hip hop,
skip ahead.
All right.
Probably like 20 minutes ahead.
So I'm gonna break this down as best as I can.
Okay.
For I know you
and I don't know where this is going. So
right.
I don't know.
But this is really for Shelby to break down because I'm about to get extremely passionate and I need her to understand why. Okay. So you know who Biggie Smalls is, right?
No.
Oh, okay. So his name is his birth given name is Christopher Wallace.
Right.
Hails from Brooklyn, New York. Jamaican, right? He's a rapper, Diddy, Bad Boy, the whole nine, right? He had a business partner. Okay. His business partner.
What was his name?
His name is Rivera. It's Rivera. Mm-hmm. Rivera. All right. I guess he got Puerto Rican and black or something. I don't know where the Rivera came from. Now, he has decided to speak on his history in the industry.
Okay.
He has his right. I guess he has a doc coming out or something or another. He's a very substantial character, right? Like, he's responsible for Lil Kim, Lil C's, Junior Mafia. He was the commission that would have been, you know?
Yeah.
So, not obviously, but he did his interview with Vlad. I know some people feel this way about Vlad, feel that way about Vlad.
Yeah, okay.
Vlad's not really, you know, whatever. Fugazi, it's fairy dust, right? So, Hov being our favorite rapper, right?
Yes.
There was an incident between Hov and Rivera, right? In the early 2000s.
Really?
Yeah. So, the story goes, Jay-Z, Hov, Jigga Man, was getting ready to drop Volume 2.
All right.
In My Lifetimes, the S. Carter Volume 2, right? His album leaked some months early, right? Months early, yeah. So, Hov is upset. Right,
obviously,
like
months early. Yeah, that's crazy.
Especially during those 2000. Streaming was not a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's going to Def Jam. He's screaming on people.
Who leaked my shit?
Like he got.
So are you going? I see where you're going. Right? I see where you put it down. Okay.
Hov hears allegedly that
to the grapevine.
Leaked his album. Now this is why this is important, right?
Sure.
Biggie and Hov, it was like this, right?
Yeah, Brooklyn's finest.
Brooklyn's finest. They were gonna be the commission. They were in each other's videos. God, like,
I wish that would have happened.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
by the way, please don't believe I don't know who Notorious is.
Right.
Please,
yeah.
Please
that was just for dramatic effect.
Please.
Just for dramatic effect, right?
That's right.
So, word gets back around to Hov that it was Rivera who leaked the album.
Okay.
So on this faithful night in New York City at the Kitty Cat Club.
Okay. Legend.
Hov actually rapped about it on Welcome to New York City on Cam's album. Is this that thug from the Kit Kat Club? Yeah, that verse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, I got excited. Well, you got excited. Sorry. Pause. So this particular night in question was Q-Tip's solo album release party.
Okay.
All right. So Un is there, Busta, a lot of people in the room, right?
Of course.
Apparently, Rock Marciano.
Yeah.
He was there. I didn't even know he was rapping back then.
Yeah, because he was he fucked with Busta back in the day.
Okay.
He was from part of Busta's camp.
Okay. Flip mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
All that shit. He was around there.
So they're at Q-Tip's listening party. I'm guessing this for the album with the Viber thing single.
Yes. The first one.
Yeah.
What was that one?
What was the album called?
It has a green cover. He's like in a shower.
Let me see, because we fact checked.
It's like the something. It's just 2 words, I think. It's like the something.
Let me see. No, it was amplified.
Amplified.
Yeah. It was amplified.
Okay.
Yeah, he recorded that at the Hit Factory in New York. But anyways, so it was his album release party for Amplified with the single Vibrant thing and all that shit.
Which is a banger.
Always R.P. to Dilla. And Hove steps up to Un, right?
At the event.
At the event.
Okay.
Right? So Un explains what happens because Vlad was like, what did he say to you?
And now this is not the Hove you know.
Right,
This is like,
right.
This is still street Hove.
This is still a street Hove with the fade, with the low cut season, with the deep waves,
With
like
the-
Beyonce
with
was
the-
saying. Yeah. So Un says, because Vlad was like, well, what did he say to you when he stepped up to you?
Yeah.
In true Hove fashion, he said, you broke my heart. You broke my heart. That's what he kept saying.
That's
you
some
broke
New
my
York
heart.
shit, bro. Yeah.
Un was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I guess, back and forth. Like, Hov was like, you leaked my album. And everybody's telling me you leaked my album. Why would you do that? Un is saying to him, yo, you finna fuck up the money, right? You finna fuck up the money. Hov was like, what? Like, I guess that threw him off because they're no longer in dealings with each other. Biggie passed, Thomas passed, Rockefeller, this, that, whatever. So
Jay-Z's huge.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If Un told you, because I watched the whole thing, because I was waiting for this moment.
Sure.
You're
waiting for this.
Yeah, because okay. So
pull the seat up.
Right. So I went into sports mode on this one. So as the story goes, Hov walks away from the situation. Right.
Sure.
He goes to the bar. And in his book, Decoded, which you have, he talks about this in the book. So he says to himself, I can't believe he talked to me. Like, I can't believe he said, like, who the fuck is, he's going off. He says he's talking out loud, as if he was talking to somebody else, but he really was talking to himself. And then he says, yo, I blacked out. And he walked over, left the bar, walked back to him, and allegedly stabbed Un Rivera, right? Now, this is where the story gets a little
hazy, I'm sure.
A little finicky, right?
Yes.
Because Vlad asked Un, did Jay-Z stab you? He said no. So Vlad asked, do you know who stabbed you? He said yes. He said, was Hov there the night you got stabbed? He was like, well, I mean, look, it was a lot of people there. Like, you know how these New York guys are, especially the older guys. You know how they, But he was like, yeah, Hov was there, blah, blah, blah. He was like, but look, my brother, his Un's brother, I don't know if it's like a legal brother or just a nigga he called his brother.
Yeah.
He had already got jumped prior to him getting stabbed. So, like, I guess as he was getting jumped, he was preparing himself for something to happen to him. But the reason why I have to call bullshit on him saying Hov didn't stab him, there's a couple reasons. For one, Hov don't lie in his raps. This has been documented. But for two, he said he got hit over the head with a champagne bottle.
Okay.
Right? Before the stab. So, Dalton, I ask you, if I take this wine bottle and hit you over the head, your first reaction is probably going to be like this, right?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I got hit in the head.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you're not looking in any general direction but down, who's to say who stabbed who, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other reason why I feel like it's cap is because why did Hove get probation? Who gave the police, the investigators, whoever, Hove's name? He admitted that he was questioned and yada yada cheese enchilada. So whose name did you give them when the stabbing occurred? You know what I'm saying?
Right, because if there's a lot of people there,
right?
Why did he get?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Hove, that's when he made the record with R. Kelly, guilty till proven innocent, whatever, blah blah blah, and he rapped about it from that point on. But to fast forward to, I don't know, whenever 444 dropped, the opening track, Kill Jay-Z, he's like, you stabbed Un over some records. Your excuses, he was talking too reckless. Like, I don't see now. Okay, let me before I get to that point. So Vlad asked him, and it was a very good question. Why would Jay-Z take that, especially who he knew he was then, and who he know he was going to be?
Yeah. Why would
he, if he didn't stab you, why would he own that? Why would he get put on probation? Because, obviously before probation, he was going to go to jail for some years. So he was like, it was all a ploy. It was all for promotion because Hove wasn't selling records at that time, and Steve Stout put him up to it. It was like, Un has this whole conspiracy.
He wasn't selling.
Up until volume 2, and then after volume 2, like when he went to trial, he was wearing this Rockefeller jacket, right?
Yeah.
That Rockefeller jacket sold out like that once everybody seen him at the trial. Like in Un's mind, it was all publicity.
Marketing. Okay.
Marketing. I'm like, dog, you could have died for a nigga to sell a couple million records, and he risked his life. His like, how do you know you're gonna beat that case, right?
Yeah.
How do you know the judge is gonna say, oh no, I've heard your songs. You're a drug dealer. You did it. You're going to jail for however many years. Like the trajectory, like everything could have been different. Why risk it for publicity like that? He really got stabbed.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, it was hearsay. You went to the hospital. There's records. I don't see Hove lying about that. So I don't know, because up until that point, I felt like the Un guy, because I never heard him speak. I seen him. I even back then, during the time of all that happening, remember seeing a picture. I was like, oh, he's like a promoter, a DJ or something. I didn't know he was as important to where we are today as far as hip hop as he is. But I'm like, once he started speaking about Hove, because up until that point, it was a golden interview for me. But then I was like, oh no, this nigga lying, bro. This nigga capping. I just don't see Hove doing that. Mm-hmm. And this was around the time him and Nas had their issue. So Nas in his record was like, in the Ether record, like, your man stabbed Un and made you take the blame. That's interesting. But then Cam said when he was dissing Hove after the Rockefeller situation, you stabbed Un. Now Cam and Un have a relationship too, because before Big passed, he wanted to sign Cam.
Okay.
Un remembered that when he met Cam, and he got him going. So that first album with Horse and Carriage and what's that? Something Fire, something Confessions of Fire.
Yeah.
Un was behind that album. Like he, was doing his shit or whatever to get that album made. So it's interesting that Cam would like,
even to just say the truth,
right? Yeah. And that's your man though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting, but it definitely had my attention this week. I definitely was watching Vlad all week because he dropped episodically, if you will. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
I suggest you, if you care about shit like this, y'all should check it out, because a nigga like me, this is my lifetime. This is my first 48. Like, Vlad was popular for talking to everyone involved with Biggie and everybody involved with Tupac and trying to come up with the conclusion of, their untimely demise or whatever.
Yeah.
So I do trust him for that, asking the right questions in those instances. I don't trust the source who's giving the information all the time, especially dealing with like the Tupac Biggie situation, because niggas just be capping. But anyways, The shit is very interesting to me because this is Hov we talking about. It's not like we talk about Lil Baby or some shit. You know what I'm saying? This is Hov, nigga. This is Hov. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he stabbed him, bro.
For sure.
Yeah, he stabbed him, bro.
For sure. Look, if again, a Hov.
If a motherfucker went back to the bar and starts talking to himself, he stabbed that motherfucker.
Yeah,
because I can see he's sitting there like, this motherfucker thinking, like I can hear it.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
I must be crazy.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Nah, he didn't do that. Did he do that? Like, bro, because I've talked to myself, having to calm myself
I'm
down
fucking
before.
Hov, bro. And he talking about he not selling records, bro.
Right.
He got 2 platinum albums in a row.
What was that? Because it was Reasonable Doubt.
And then Volume 1.
Yeah. But
That's Imaginary Players, bro.
Yeah.
That album, but he sold. That was his like highest selling album at the point was Volume 2, but then Volume 3 went crazy because Big Pimpin' and shit.
Yeah.
But like, man, it's a Hov, bro.
This whole I don't know, bro. I think the issue with in that whole thing is probably obviously there's more to it that he can't really disclose because they're New York guys and there's some type of.
I mean, it's probably a pride thing. You just can't. You're not gonna just be like, yeah, Jay-Z stabbed me.
Yeah. It's Jay-Z, right? Yeah, I feel you. But Jay-Z owned up to fucking shooting his brother.
Yeah, that's
so
in the
it's
book
like,
too.
Yeah, so it's like.
Now that story crazy.
Right.
When I read that, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I was like, Hov don't play.
Nah, he don't play. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But shout out to Hov. Always.
And Cameron for the mention.
Cameron as well. That's another thing about like all these stories that I find like super interesting is like how, especially the New York guys, like how intertwined everything is.
Yes.
How everybody knows everybody.
It's just because New York it seems so big, but
Right.
it's still just
Right,
an island. Yeah.
Because if you think about like Texas, for instance, we're too big.
We're
You know what I'm saying?
ginormous.
And then like you only
Because
get
even if you go to Houston, you're like, damn, this motherfucker ginormous.
right, like the Houston connections and like everybody that's intertwined in that way
Yeah.
is really through. I really hate to say it at this point, but it's really through one guy, you know, one label. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's but
it's all fascinating. But yeah, New York is definitely super entwined because like you have basically like the big guys, and then the spots were like we had a show at the blah blah blah, and then that show always is like that's the big venue back in the day. So it's all crazy, like just the Bad Boy stuff, Rockefeller,
the Rough Riders,
shit,
like,
even Wu-Tang, like all that shit is all intertwined, like
for sure.
because they were on the other side of the New York, the Staten Island, the forgotten area, but like even they were intertwined with all that shit. So.
I got one more rap thing.
Okay, we're good.
All right, yeah, we good. I got one more rap thing I want to talk about. So Damin, I don't know. She put in here the hold on, let me get to it right quick. It says, when one of them finally decides to press the button and do a direct diss, this app will turn into World War III because the Drake isn't a rapper, people, and the nobody listens to Kendrick and real life people. So I guess
okay.
Yeah, I guess she wanted to
Kendrick versus Drake.
Yeah. It's an interesting one to me. But
it is interesting.
In my notes, my personal notes, I definitely got Kendrick winning.
Yeah, so look. That's because that kind of beef.
It's pure sport.
Correct. And also that type of shit he was doing to Meek Mill won't apply to Kendrick. Because what ammo do you have?
Exactly.
What ammo do you have?
That's what I put in my notes.
And then secondly,
Drake has way too much.
If we're talking about if we want to get like if we talk about like if we're gonna get analytical rapping, Kendrick's gonna beat you every time.
Yeah.
Have you heard the way Kendrick rap? It's scientific.
But that's to go back to
now some people probably be like, what is he saying?
Right.
But like because it's Kendrick. But,
right.
But I'm saying if you give him time, like if you talk about you want to come into him on a record,
yeah,
and then you give him time to respond, Like, and the songs, he makes a song directly at you. That's gonna be nuts. Kendrick gonna have more ammo than Drake. I'll tell you that.
All right, let's try to form our own timeline of their so-called beef, right?
Look.
So first things first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick drops Section 80, right? And then after Section 80, we get Take Care.
Yeah, and then
Drake sends
Section 80 is what really put Kendrick on the map. And
Drake
then
sends
didn't yeah, I was about to say Drake.
Drake sends Kendrick the interlude record.
Mm-hmm.
He hops on it. Kendrick's giving all praise to Drake.
Drake is on Kendrick's album.
Drake is on Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah. Big record.
Big record.
Mm-hmm.
The Chick record. Shortly after that, A$AP Rocky joins the conversation. They're both on Fucking Problems.
Big record.
Produced by 40. Great beat, by the way.
Big record.
Big Sean's gearing up to drop his second
Hall of Fame?
Was it Hall of Fame?
Because it definitely wasn't the first one.
No, it wasn't the first. So it had to.
Hall of Fame was the second one.
It's the third one. Dark Skies, right?
Dark Sky Paradise? Was that the third one?
Yeah, for sure.
You know he makes forgettable albums. I forget the name. So.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I ain't gonna lie. But that boy can
Hold
rap.
on. Yeah, no. Dog, I'm gonna tell you about something in a second. What is that? You are correct, sir. Dark Sky Paradise.
Okay, so
Yeah, 'cause
Sean,
Blessings and stuff is on there.
you know, Dark Skies Paradise,
Yeah.
right? Correct.
Mhm, mhm.
So Sean drops Control
This is where it's at.
with Big Crit, Kendrick Lamar.
Jay Electronica.
Oh, I said Big Crit. My bad. Jay Electronica and
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar.
Uh-huh.
Kendrick Lamar, you know, he does the name thing. Drake took it personal that everybody was saying,
So-
there's emphasis on Drake's name.
Yeah, so
and
here's where this is where like the narrative shift, right? Because this is where they say Kendrick and Big Sean started having problems too, was from this record, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have people like Big Crit, because Big Crit was mentioned. This is why you probably said his name.
Probably.
But Big Crit and Pusha T took the message the correct way.
Mm-hmm.
Because Pusha T was like, heard you loud and clear, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I got
Come
you.
hop on my record.
Yeah, I got you, bro. Like, you want people to step it up. And he name dropped the people that could step it up.
Right.
Because he named the people that are like the ones like, I respect y'all, I'm going to name drop
Mac
y'all.
Miller.
Yeah, so
J. Cole,
that's the way you should
Big
take
Crit,
it.
Wale, yeah.
Because Big Crit was like, oh, I'm going to go hard for real. But then Drake gets sensitive about it.
Yeah. Did the interview. I don't really know why he would do that.
And then he was like, I don't think how could we do a record after this? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's wild.
And that distanced him from Big Sean because of the narrative was just around that verse on the song.
Right.
Because a lot of people said that wasn't even the best verse on the song.
Jay Electronica.
It was just, yeah, for sure. It was just, that was the most polarizing.
Exactly.
Because,
it was wrestling.
But the message was like, I'm here now. I love y'all, but step it up because I'm here.
Right.
And that's the way you should. And then that's just created the friction because I don't think Big Sean and Kendrick really have beef.
Nah.
We're making that a thing.
The same way we did the Nicki and Cardi thing.
Now Drake, I definitely feel like he's definitely distancing himself from Kendrick.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen them in the same room since then. But like,
they both have mentioned each other.
Sure.
For sure. Like your boy from Compton said, this dick ain't free. And then
look,
Kendrick on Father Time with the Kanye and Drake. Well, even though that was still kind of like, what the fuck are y'all doing? But yeah.
But here's the thing. Like, I don't think Kendrick has any ill will toward anybody, really.
Yeah.
Because Kendrick kind of stays out the way, does his own thing.
Right.
So if we theoretically had a beef, Drake would start it, in my mind.
Yeah. They've been
but-
throwing shots at each other this whole time, though.
Kendrick would finish it though.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Kendrick will win. 100%.
I'm not saying it's a 1-round knockout.
Oh yeah.
But if Kendrick gets on like the Heart Part 5, like
Yeah.
like this record version, Drake is having a long day.
But the thing about it is,
Sure.
everything
Now,
that would be against Drake, Pusha T definitely dotted his I's and crossed his T's on.
sure. But
So it would be a regurgitation.
possibly,
in a
but if he
sense.
just did it straight rapping, it would be different.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But here is also the thing with any beef, anything like that. The real judges of this shit is the public eye.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
Drake
is the
going on.
biggest.
Yeah.
So, because the people that are like, do people listen to Kendrick in real life? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But like,
everybody does.
if they want to admit it or not.
Even if it's not from his current album.
Why is that even a topic? Like,
because
because everybody always just brings up the one song from To Pimp a Butterfly with the fucking, the one where he's just rapping on the saxophone, like,
oh yeah.
and they're like, what is this shit? Like,
my thing about it is, because I'll say that Kendrick does not have, very many records that if you are in a setting, you can throw on and everybody have a good time.
Absolutely. I agree.
So I think that is why people...
Sure.
Which, is that fair? No, because at the end of the day, that is used as background noise.
Sure.
Versus when you do decide to listen to Kendrick, he's getting your undivided attention. You're cooking, you're cleaning.
And that's not the type of artist he is.
Right, exactly. He can do that. He's proved that.
Yeah.
He did a song with Richard Kidd, for crying out loud.
Gets up on the phone.
Yeah, that
We gonna be all right.
Well, that's not
Humble.
Really. Humble.
No, people bump all right, bro. Stop.
It turned into something else though.
But Humble went nuts.
Yeah,
DNA?
even the J Rock joint, the
Money Trees.
That was crazy. But I'm thinking about the la-di-da-di-da.
That was nuts. King's Dead.
Come on.
The whole Black Panther soundtrack.
The fucking the Absol record from back his first album it was J Rock's.
Yeah.
I got big. Yeah, he got those, but it's like,
yeah, but
you know what I'm saying.
But that's not the type of like. But let's be real. Like,
yeah,
like that's not the type of But he doesn't need to be that artist. It's proven. He sells records. He has the biggest selling tour of all time for a hip hop artist.
Right. So let me ask you this though.
Sure.
What's more important though?
The
artist that you can relate to directly on a day-to-day basis, which I would say Drake, right? Because he builds his shit off of relationships and things of that nature, where Kendrick is more of the like, I feel like Kendrick's the person who brings you back to reality.
Yeah, like
so in today's age though, it's a reason why Drake is doing what he's, because
right. So here's what I'm about to say. Like, so there is a reason why Drake is the biggest artist.
Right.
Period. Like, as far rap artists, because we're not talking about Taylor Swift and shit like that.
Taylor Swift.
But there's a reason why Drake has a plane, right? Like, like there's a reason why he has a plane with his face on it, right?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, he makes, like it or not, he makes universal music.
Facts.
Right? And he makes good music, like,
Facts.
regardless if you like it or not. And what I think Drake does really well is because Drake can rap really well. I don't care if you agree or not. He can rap really well. But the reason that it sticks is because it's digestible. You can digest his good rapping.
Yeah.
It's scrumptious, right? Like, it's like going to Popeyes again before, but you're like, this is good every time.
Right.
Kendrick is gonna make you work a little bit more.
Yeah.
For it, but Kendrick is giving you more like thought provoking shit. But what I love about it is this shows you there's room for both.
Right.
Because Kendrick, I don't care if you don't listen or not, he does numbers. People wait to listen to his shit.
Yeah.
We see it from his tour.
Yeah.
People went to this fucking tour, but the album people said no one listened to.
Right.
But the number one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, selling out football stadiums,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Having people doing steps and shit, right?
Right.
I wanted to go to the show.
Right. France.
But
Paris.
but there's a reason why when J. Cole dropped, people tune in.
Right.
Because people care about rap.
Yeah, we have to.
Right. Because and I that's what makes it so like great about the whole sport in general, because we do have NBA young boys and little babies who are huge, right?
Right.
People wait for that shit.
Yeah.
But the same people that do for that, we have the same people that like when J. Cole dropped, they there. Day one, listening to that shit. Now, there's a reason why J. Cole has albums that are platinum with no features, because people care what J. Cole has to say.
I'll take it even a step further.
Sure.
I feel like the people who wait for NBA YoungBoy and the baby or Lil Baby, whoever,
Yeah.
also wait for
Sure.
Kendrick Cole, because you can't not listen to it.
You can't.
Even if you know I'm never listening to this again or whatever, you just have to see.
You have
But
to tune in.
the people who check, Drake, Kendrick Cole might not go back. Like I listened to one Lil Baby album. It's the one where he's sitting on the mountain or whatever.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh yeah, okay, this
Like
is
My
cool.
Time or something?
Yeah, because I think my barber at the time was, this shit crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Even went as far to say that Lil Baby was better than Gunna, and I was like, oh, I don't know, right? Because I heard Gunna rap on some shit, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely gave it a listen. Definitely listened to Gunna before Baby,
Yeah.
album
Yeah.
from Gunna before Baby, without a doubt. But yeah, that's all I want to say about that. Sorry.
But that's the crazy part of it, right? Like, is that even in this day and age, this digital age, this streaming age, it's like rapid fire. Like, when Kendrick dropped, we're there. Like, regardless.
For sure.
We talked about his album for like an hour.
Stayed up, waiting for it.
J. Cole, like even with Big Sean drops,
I have to listen.
like same, like and then he doesn't have like a 10 out of 10 album for me, but it's Big Sean, bro. Like he can rap his ass off.
Without a doubt.
He is a feature monster.
Without a doubt.
But like, and Drake, same thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to his album.
Without a doubt.
I want to hear what he got.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's not a luxury that everybody has.
No.
But those people have it.
Yeah.
And it's the same with Kanye. I don't care if you don't like him. If he drops an album, you go listen.
Oh, mom. Look, I tweeted
Jay-Z.
I tweeted yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, you can say this about any artist, but I need niggas to understand, to feel, to take this in.
Sure.
There will never be another Kanye West.
Never. And that's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But that just means we have to appreciate
For
more.
sure. Because there's always going to be and this is past music. There's going to be people in any field. Well, they're one of one.
Yeah.
There'll never be another Miles Davis.
Right.
There'll never be another Jay-Z.
Prince.
Never be another Prince. Michael Jackson. Yeah.
James Brown.
There's a reason why they are who they are.
Yeah.
And because that
Beyonce.
was their journey. That was what they were here for.
Right.
To stamp like that kind of stuff. Like they were here for that type of stuff. And there always will be those that are just like we'll never get another Kanye.
Yeah. That's why, a couple podcasts ago, I know it definitely wasn't the last one. I was like, yo, I don't know if I'll watch the NBA after, Carmelo just retired.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Number 15, right? Denver Nuggets, New York, the Knicks. Where else he was at? He went somewhere else too.
Yeah, he played for Portland, LA.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Phenom. I wanted his shoes because they was that popular at the time. I might have missed that whole AI wave, but the Carmelo was the next wave, and I definitely wanted them. Obviously couldn't get them. I'll definitely take a pair now. But yeah, that was big for him to retire because him and LeBron were the last of their class.
Yep.
Now LeBron's left. I think Tucker, right? PJ Tucker.
He was drafted in 03?
I think so.
Are you sure?
Because I want to say there was something that was like he said.
Fact check that. I don't know if that's true.
Well, my phone's finna die.
I'll check it. I don't think he was drafted the same draft.
Because he was talking to LeBron or something.
Because that 03 draft was nuts.
He was like,
D-Wade.
I'll retire when you retire or whatever. There was some type of banter happening between PJ Tucker and LeBron. Yeah, definitely fact check. But I was just saying, like,
No, he's 38.
yeah,
Maybe
maybe it was the age thing. Maybe not the class. Maybe it was just because of the age. Maybe I don't know.
he was 38.
Oh yeah, that one.
He was drafted in 2006,
All right.
second round.
LeBron was drafted when?
03.
Okay, yeah, 3. This Menage a Trois is not playing with a nigga.
That shit good though.
It's great.
I want to know if they have a winery. Let's go tour that bitch.
This shit gonna be in the south of
We
France.
gonna be there, Dougie.
But yeah, ultimately to get us back on track.
Look, for me,
Yeah,
for the technical people that like listen to hip hop, Kendrick
is
is gonna win.
Yeah,
But popularity vote, I'm sure Drake will be.
Yeah.
They'll be like, you don't understand. I know what Drake's saying, bro. Don't play me.
yeah. Drake's never said anything. I was just like, oh wow. But I will say this: one of his most slept on singles to me, Pop Star,
Yeah.
DJ Khaled, right?
Great video too.
Great video. Shout out to Justin Bieber and Scooter Braun, right? This nigga Drake said, it was so like I didn't even when
It was so quick, right?
when I finally caught it,
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh nah. I caught it at work like a couple months ago.
You rewind it.
I didn't rewind it, but I
Okay.
was just like, yo, this nigga really said that.
Yeah.
And that shit's fire.
Yeah.
He said, man, how the fuck 2, 4, 6, 8 watches factory so they appreciate. I was like, oh, this nigga is dead, bro. Cause then you think 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? That's one part, right?
Yeah.
But then you think about the watch. Ain't no diamonds in it. You know, I didn't go fuck up the the little bracelet part. Nothing. This is a factory watch. I got 8 of these bitches that's going to appreciate with time.
Double entendre.
He is so, but it's like, I don't even know what to say. My mind is blown right now because part of me wants to say, part of me wants to be like,
Yeah.
that's such a childish ass line.
Yeah.
Hov would never say that.
No.
But at the same time, it's like, nobody would think to say that.
Of course.
So it's like,
That's why
fuck.
rap is awesome.
Bro, I don't even have no watches that will appreciate with time. But every time I hear that line, I was like, nigga, check this Apple Watch out, nigga. Generation 4, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Generational wealth, bitch.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That shit crazy.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8 watches factory, so they appreciate.
But my last.
That's crazy, bro.
Before we stamp this, I just want to say why. I mean, I get the argument for argument's sake,
Right.
but why do we have to put everybody against each other? That's all.
This shit's been happening since the beginning of time.
I know.
Man.
Why can't we let them both be great?
Cain and Abel, man.
I just want them both to be great.
Look, this is the thing, though. This is why I feel like Kanye is without a doubt, the greatest artist of our generation. I almost want to say even better than his, his predecessors is who he came after, right? Came from, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody put Mike and Prince against each other, right?
Yeah.
Who we putting Ye against? Think about his whole. We could cap it wherever you want to cap it. Honestly, we could cap it. We can cap it at. Well, he got to at least have a year in, right? So let's cap it at late registration. At that time, who are you compare? Who's his equivalent?
His nemesis.
Talib Kweli.
Did he have a nemesis?
50 was kinda because they came in at the same time.
Okay.
But their
different,
music
though.
is so
different.
You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't
And 50 wasn't making his own beats.
And 50 wasn't also
Chopping
changing
soul samples.
Fashion culture.
Right.
He wasn't doing that.
I mean, he made tank tops.
And G-Unit sneakers and Velour G-Unit jump sweatsuits and the headband. Look, vitamin water. You know what I'm saying?
I always say that's his best. Vitamin water is his best thing every day.
He took a different route, but if you go throughout, if you RP the dog, if you really just think about it, Kanye's there's never been a direct competition with
Correct.
anybody ever.
He was definitely doing his own thing.
And the thing that I'm gonna tell you right now, when I so it's gonna hurt to say publicly, when I stopped looking at Ye like my superhero, and realized he bleed just like me, is when he started feeling like Drake was like, when he started overpray. I get Drake it's his time, like I get that, but the overpray, I'm like, bro, you don't understand. Like Katie, for instance, she asked who's Beyonce's Beyonce on Twitter a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
I said Tina Turner, without a doubt. Beyonce would tell you that. Of course, there's other Diana,
Ross,
you know, whoever, probably Dolly Parton or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whoever the fuck. But Tina for shizzle, right?
The way she performs everything, yeah.
So I'm like, bro, you don't understand. You ain't gotta bow down to him. No. He gotta come kiss your shoes, bro.
What I think it is though for Ye is that, you know, he's always been overly excited about the art,
right?
So I think like because I remember his Grammy speech for when they won the award for the song with T-Pain, Good Life. Mm-hmm. I remember T-Pain was walking slow, so he gave him time to speak. He's like, I know he's making fun of me right now. Yeah. But his whole speech was basically about T-Pain. Yeah. He was like, y'all don't understand how great T-Pain is, as an artist, and like what he's done. Like he changed the game, and like I want y'all to acknowledge that. Yeah, even at the BET Awards when he was like, yo, I won this. This was a graduation era. But I really feel like what they did with that video, Brian Barber, Bun B, UGK, Outkast, y'all need to come up here and accept this award with me. Like, that was the moment that I feel like got swept under the rug for who Kanye is. He's always been about the art. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think he gets. That's why I think when he does stuff like that, he's like genuinely excited. Like, he's like, Drake is amazing.
He is. Obviously, we just talked about him. But my whole thing about it is,
you're just saying he doesn't need to do that.
No, because look.
But that's just what he's gonna do.
When Don't Like dropped.
Fuck. Hey, shout to Chop though.
Don't Like the remix. I'm sorry. When that shit dropped, I had no idea it dropped. Mm-hmm. I wasn't on social media. I was recuperating from my, you got
blindsided.
Yeah. No, I didn't get blindsided. My nigga Vance hit me.
No, but I'm saying that's blindsided. He's like,
okay, sure. He was like, bro.
You had no pre-notion.
Yeah, he was like, you ain't hear the Don't Like remix, bro? Kanye, Pusha, Big Sean, Jada. And
you were like, what?
I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, bro. And I think getting that Drake at 40, bro. I said, oh no, I got to go hear this because I didn't hear it. I remember when I listened to it, I was like, what the fuck is going? Pusha with the no beat, just come, fraud niggas, y'all niggas. Kanye coming in with, they steal your whole sound, that's a sound bite. I was like, oh my God, like these niggas is going dumb, right?
Whoa.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All that shit, like, hey, like that shit was going dumb, but I was like, okay, this is what I like. Like, put this nigga back in his place.
Good Fridays with nuts.
For sure. But put this nigga back in his place. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's great. Yeah, he next up. Yeah, but you're still you. Like, he still is trying to replicate what you've done. And it just it bothered me a lot as a student of Kanye.
Yeah, I bet. That's your guy.
You know what I'm saying? It really made me upset, bro.
Yeah.
But Drake is good. I can't lie. My favorite Drake record is a record that I feel like he didn't say anything on, but the ultimate feel of the record is the cameras, bro.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought it was cameras.
Yeah. Right? He didn't say shit on there that I was just like,
no, that's all vibes.
That's all vibe. That beat is, bro, that beat's top 5, bro, all time. I heard every beat. I've heard it. I like Case United too, by the way. I checked out him in
Amine.
Ketamine or whatever the fuck that nigga name
Amine.
is. Where I get Ketamine from?
It's the album title is Kater and Amine.
Ketamine, yeah, that's where I got it from. All right, bet. Yeah, Katie texted me about it. Whoopty whoop. I was like, yeah, let me check it out. Yeah, that's fire. He got some dope beats and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But what? Little sidebar.
Uh-huh.
I want to say Cameras is Drake's first production credit. I don't know what he did. I don't know if he picked a sample.
He was like, do that.
Right. Lex Luger is also credited on there too because I think he did the drums.
Okay.
Yeah, but that beat is incredible. Like they captured. There's so many things like the swing of the beat. I broke it down on Twitter, but the swing of the beat is swinging like a New Jack beat. You know, Teddy Riley type of beat. That's how the drums is rocking. Then that sample's so crazy, and all them niggas did was take the sample and reverse it for the verses, and then 40 added that fucking the bass line is really what is that's it. That's it. I'll never forget. My grandmother was in the hospital, and my parents had left, and I had everybody come to the crib. I just bought my first hookah for the crib, and I had everybody come over, right?
Scumbag
and
City.
Diamond was in town from Killeen because I believe this is like right when she had moved out there, something or another. She stayed with me that whole, well, not that whole week, but that whole week because we went and did How Far, like on that Sunday or whatever. That was all during this time.
Yeah.
Brandon had brought his wife, then girlfriend Joe to the crib. I had a whole bunch of people over there, and I had to walk down to her car to get her luggage out. But cameras was playing. Now, mind you, we all in the backyard, and we're a house away. I hear that fucking bass line, bro. I'm like, bro, I stopped Diamond before we even opened our car door. I was like, bro, listen to this fucking bass line, bro. This shit's ridiculous, bro. Ain't nothing gonna get me like a bass line, bro. Nothing. A fucking bass line of all things. Fucking bass line. Fucking 40, a white man. I gotta give y'all niggas some more credit.
Don't put me in this category.
Where we at on time? Oh yeah, bet. I have one more thing. It's something that I really want to talk about because we're aging, right?
We're aging.
We're men.
I'm getting older.
Yeah, and I think it's important. I don't know. I'm gonna mark these topics off that we talked about today. Where did I put this? Oh yeah. So I said this is what I wrote in the notes. I said what did I say? I can't see without my glasses. How would you describe your personal style? And what are some of your style aspirations / influences?
Okay.
Now I'm gonna tell you why I wrote this.
All right.
I thought about our conversation on the way home from the last pod.
Okay.
And how you know, the not the whole fit, but at least the shirt, right, is new. We ordered this from Uniqlo, right?
The whole fits do.
Oh, the whole
Except for the shoes. Yeah.
Hey, stop playing with my nigga.
Do the knowledge, nigga.
You stupid French bitch.
Please, everybody relax.
Yeah.
But I asked the question because, like I said, what we talked about on the way home, and I know there's some us being older responsibility. Like I can't just spend $250 on shoes.
I've never done that.
And I know you wouldn't. I would, but I know you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But what would you say? How are you dressing? Like what? Like if you could describe your style, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, really, like now, look, I've never been like highly into like
Right.
fashion. I mean,
You always look the part.
Yeah, I like matching and shit like that, but I never was like a sneakerhead.
Right.
Or, like I'm not gonna try to pretend like I was or like nothing like that. But now I'm just kind of like a like if it's not like a character tee, like I like t-shirts, but like now it's like solid colors. Like see, I got this purple shirt, and then like textures too. I like textures a lot.
Right.
Like obviously you can't see them in the camera, but like this is a thick tee. Just solid colors. I like pastels a lot. Like pastels are probably my favorite. Like pink, like mint green, baby blue. You know.
Yeah.
But the pastel colors are my favorite.
Huge.
But then just with some denim and then like some nice sneakers. Really, that's kind of like what I do. And hats. I wear a hat almost every time.
So would that be that's your everyday look?
Yeah.
What you're most comfortable in? You could do all things in that in that
Because I can go anywhere. I can go do the. I can do the pod. I can go to a party. I can go to an interview and work. Right. Whatever. I'm in.
So, I guess on the flip of that, though, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously we've had conversations about, like, yo, you see that jacket Ye was wearing, or yo, you see how Rocky put that together, or yo, even Jeff Goldblum for that era when like he made his resurgence, like he was stepping on shit, right? So, I'm trying to inquire, like, what if you know,
if it was limitless,
and you're comfortable, where would you be at? Like,
if I could just do whatever, like this would probably still remain, like, as far as like in my repertoire, but like really though, like ideally if I could just go bananas. I mean, I like suits a lot. Like,
that's all I was finna bring that
I
up.
fucking love suits. I mean,
there was an era we were,
because I mean, when me and my wife was with me when I made my wedding suit.
I was with you too. I just want everybody to know I went with you as well when we went to the.
Yeah, you went with me for the measuring.
Oh yeah, I was there though. That's all.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But my wife was there whenever we actually physically made the suit.
Okay.
So my wedding suit was custom made. So I picked the fabric, the buttons, like the texture, like all this. It was very in tune. Like, and it cost a lot. On
some Knightsman shit, or
but
whatever
it cost
that
a lot.
movie is.
But like that process was so fucking. Me and my wife had a blast doing it. Like just like
it's a fun experience.
And that suit is fucking fire.
Yeah,
like I still got it. I wear it.
Yeah.
When I can.
Yeah.
And then I remember when I was about to go to Vegas before my birthday at the time, I went and bought a baby blue suit. And I was also, because I saw it when I bought my wedding suit, and I was like, I'm going to come back for this. Because it was an all baby blue suit. And I was like, I need this in my
repertoire.
And, you know, like, and there's nothing feeling like getting measured for a suit, then getting it tailored, and then getting it. And this is like, there's nothing crisper than like a suit.
No.
And I like to wear suits with sneakers.
Right.
So like I don't like dress shoes.
So
I do like loafers though.
Ideally, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm the same way in a certain degree.
I just don't like dress shoes.
I could do dress shoes, but I'm in my boot era right now, of which we talked about.
Boots are cool too.
Either cowboy boot, any type of boot. I'll wear any boot right now.
Yeah, see, you look good in boots. I don't.
Right. But the thing about the suits is that I had to realize what it was that I liked about it.
Yeah.
Was the uniform look.
Super clean.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Neat. So then, right, this is all for Katie, for real. But then, like, when I start to, let's say I'm really trying today, right? I first start with the idea of aesthetic, right? So it's like, if I'm doing cowboy boots, obviously we're doing denim, right? Denim on denim, maybe a bandana handkerchief. I got my cowboy belt.
Greatest birthday.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of me going all the way with my like Western aesthetic, right?
Sure. Also
a uniform look, because if you were to drop me in a fucking Clint Eastwood movie, I'd probably fare well because of what I'm wearing, right?
Yeah.
So I think about that shit very often when I'm getting dressed, like, you know, just uniform in anything that I'm doing, right? Like, however, it's whatever. It got to make sense in that way. But then you start to like venture off and kind of like, I've like, since I was elementary school, and I'm not like special in any way by saying this, but obviously I was dressing myself. But I always wore like suit jacket, the button down jeans, sneakers, Converse, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like my elementary steez or whatever. Usher was big. Everybody was wearing those button down with the blazer and the jeans. I definitely did that. But just the I don't know what you would call, but the to know this is what's in as a elementary school kid, to know like that's what, like this is what we're like, this is fashion at this point in time.
Yeah.
For better or for worse, because we had some misses.
Tall tees.
Tall tees were definitely missed. I'm not mad at baggy jeans at all, but the tall tee, that was definitely
I
wild.
did all that.
I wear
there.
baggy jeans to this day.
I was there for that.
Yeah, I know.
I kept the sticker on and everything.
That was my 8th grade year. I definitely got out of that quick.
I was tacky, but you know what? It was just part of the era.
It was part of the era.
I was leaning with the rocket with it. I don't care.
All day. But yeah, I just try to be uniform more, or now if I can think about it, like an all Dickie suit would be fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like the mechanic type suit, which I have, or just like, the top and the bottom. Obviously I like but I wore today at work, for instance, I wore the gray Ravs. I wore my gray tailored slacks. I wore a white tee tucked in, and I wore my leather Dallas Cowboys jacket. Even though it was too hot, I just felt like I needed something.
See, that's one thing we'll do in Texas.
Yeah.
We'll always wear a fucking jacket if
Right,
the fit calls for it.
Yeah, the fit calls for it, we will. You know,
Because I wear my bomber jacket all the time.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of like the staples in the closet as a man. You need a bomber jacket. But the reason why I really wanted to talk about the fashion thing, because I really thought, the suit thing, obviously I see you in that. I know that about you.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that pink suit we saw way back. I don't know I think we were getting ready for Brandon's thing. And me and you had went to the mall together, or you met me there.
Right.
And we saw that pink suit.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't Men's Warehouse. It was
no.
It was in the mall. It was that store in the mall.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of it, but we definitely saw that pink suit.
Yes.
But the reason why I had brought
Express.
It was Express. They had like this pink textured
Boy, that shit was
suit.
nice.
It was very nice. It was like a thick texture too, but it was a light suit. I don't know how to explain that, but it was very nice.
It was like a rose pink.
Yeah. Very, very nice. A little bit out of my budget at the time. But the reason why I brought up Jeff Goldblum was because I know you looked at him. You even call yourself young Goldblum. So I know that he's glasses, top, something over.
Yeah, short
pants.
sleeve dress, a button up.
Yeah,
probably silk most of the time with
you know what I'm
slacks.
saying? So I thought you were gonna
And he loves sneakers.
go a little bit more.
Well, the reason I look up to Jeff Goldblum is because that's what I'm saying, because when he got old, even as he got older, he's still like trying to get fresh.
Right.
Because a lot of people when they get older, they don't care anymore.
Right.
They just they wear orthopedic shoes with a collar shirt and they call it a day.
Right.
But I'm saying he actually pays attention to what he's doing, right?
Right.
And then and he does it for his body type, the way he look And Jeff Goldblum is always fresh.
Yeah.
Always.
Thanks.
So that's what I'm saying right now. But the basic tee, the
jeans,
the nice
sneakers.
jeans and the sneakers, that'll work with any era. I'm in.
Yeah. Facts.
Same thing with suits. When I'm older, a suit will always work. But if I'm blessed to look as good as George Clooney or
You're gonna
Jeff
look
Goldblum,
that good, bro.
or
You're
Jeff
gonna look that
Goldblum, right? I'll probably start adding silk buttons up into my repertoire because I don't want to be going to Raiden school and I'm the unfresh parent.
Right,
I gotta be
right.
crispy, right?
Very important.
But I'm always big on cost and function, right?
Right.
So even when I was younger, I never was that's why I said I never paid $250 for shoes because I was this didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, bro, we talked about it on the way home. Forces are $110 now.
Yeah, they used to be what?
$60. Right, and that's a staple in the closet. White Forces.
Yeah.
Stan Smiths used to be $60. They're fucking $90 now.
I'm gonna be. Let me. It wasn't until I met Chaz where it was I'll miss a meal to be fly. you know what I'm saying?
But
now I'm gonna be honest. Now, before now, but today, right now, it's even with I wanted to buy the Switch and Zelda.
Bro,
and
you
thing,
be thrifting, bro.
Yeah, thrifting has the perfect job for me, bro, because I'm actually going to look at the quality, how long it's been worn. Can I still, but even get detailed enough to be this is a bit worn, so there's no way to wear this with anything brand fucking new.
Right.
So you got to be able to get a pair of sneakers that's been worn at least 40 times or whatever for this whole aesthetic to go together. You know what I'm saying?
Because you catch stuff that most people wouldn't think about, when you got that jacket like you know I would know. But
Right.
like the normal person kept skipping over it.
Right.
But I'm like, bro, that jacket's fucking fire.
Shit like that, bro. Like I really enjoy the shop for that reason in particular.
And that's why I like Uniqlo so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just this is look. The other day, I bought because I was like, man, I need more like solid colored T-shirts.
Right.
So like, I bought 5 solid colored T-shirts and then this pair of jeans right here, and the whole total was $89.90.
You can't beat that shit.
You can't, because now like that's some people's jeans
Right.
or more.
More, really.
Like, and then this is like, this ain't no bullshit.
Right. No,
like-
look, I'm gonna tell you something you might not have known. So like some of my style like icons, obviously Kanye's at the top of the list.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I really enjoy how Hove has been dressing these days. Very relaxed, comfortable wherever he goes, right? Pusha T is another one, which is why I stopped you, because I want to talk about him. Kanye, Hove, Pusha, ASAP, obviously Rocky. And I know this might be controversial because he's been in a lot of trouble lately, but Barry might be the flyest nigga ever, bro. Like, ever. Like, he
Ever.
really be putting that shit on, bro. Like, I really like his aesthetic. I really do. But I bring up Pusha because I want to say this was during the Daytona era. GQ does that, like, your essential items.
Yeah.
One of his essential items was like a 3-pack of tees from Uniqlo.
Yep.
He wears it like it's just a regular. It's the comfort, the feel, the fit. You
Every
can wear it with your jackets and blah blah blah. Ever since then, I was like, this nigga know what he doing. Because I guess, in our minds, we feel like, artists or actors or whoever is going to wear the most expensive thing they could.
No.
Nah, bro. Uniqlo is very cost efficient.
Bro,
And not only that, you get someone like Cos to do a collab with them.
Bro.
That's where you get your whole Sesame Street or Peanuts stuffed animals from Uniqlo, because he decided to do a collaboration.
Because
with,
the quality there, like
exactly.
Like, bro, they don't bullshit on there like this stuff. That just because, like, they have their own like materials they made up. Like, man, you can find anything for anybody on there, like, for sure. And then they also do stuff for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do collabs. Today they just dropped their History of Dragon Ball collection.
Oh, nice.
And that shit is fucking fire. It sold out like within 10 minutes. But
Yeah, of
like
course.
it's fire though. Because they had the Dragon Ball orange color,
Mm-hmm.
and on the breast it was Goku and Krillin as kids on top of the Dragon Ball logo.
I thought about that yesterday, bro. Dragon Ball. When I first was watching it all the way through, and I called you and told you like how well they executed Krillin, basically when he died or whatever, like the tone of that. when he got killed.
Perfect segue. Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna end on this because this is great. Because my barber,
Yeah.
Josh has been my barber since high
Shout out
school.
to Josh.
Yeah,
He definitely gave me a fade or two.
yeah. He's been my barber since high school.
Pause,
We
I
went
guess.
to actually middle school together
Mm-hmm.
and further. But he asked me. He was like, "Hey, what is your favorite Dragon Ball series?"
Right.
He's like, "Out of all of them."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "My favorite or the best?" And he
Right.
said, "What's the difference?" I
Right.
said, "My favorite is like my personal preference, but I can tell you the better show."
Right.
I was like, Dragon Ball Z is always gonna be my favorite because like Dragon Ball Z is the first one I ever watched.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's balls to the wall the whole time. It's complete action pack. It's fucking nonsense. It's fucking crazy shit. And there's Super Saiyans in it. What else do you need?
Right.
But I was like, if you want to talk about the best show, better show, Dragon Ball
By far.
wins, because like we're not into the aspect of power levels and all this shit. Like we're worried about like the galaxy and shit. Like, we're talking about a fucking 11-year-old kid runs through an army by himself.
Right.
And the shit is more fleshed out. And the Krillin thing you talked about hit me because, yes, there's Dragon Balls. But back then, they weren't wishing people back to life. They were wishing for, like, random shit. And then how Krillin died was completely random.
Right.
He was leaving the World Tournament,
Dinner or whatever.
and then fucking Tambourine just kicks him in the back of the head without him even knowing what the fuck.
Fucking died.
And he's dead.
As a kid, though, yeah. Like,
and you're like, and then that season, a bunch of people died.
Right.
Fucking Chaozu dies. Master Roshi dies. Fucking Tien almost dies. Bro, they all get fucking like, because Master Roshi dies doing that technique and he misses, so he dies from using it. Chaozu gets fucking blasted, and then, and just, bro, the way he beats King Piccolo, bro, he headbutts him through the stomach.
Yeah.
Like that. Some of the best shit I've ever watched.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, and in the aesthetic, Akira Toriyama's his aesthetic's always great, but like Dragon Ball, I think is like crazy because the shit he was just coming up with, like that whole thing. And then like, and you see Goku lose plenty of times. Like he lost 2 tournaments in that series. Like he lost to Master Roshi when he was pretending to be Master Chung or whatever, and then he lost to Tien by technicality.
Yeah,
he lost to Tien by technicality because he hit a car first on the way down, and he finally beats Piccolo in that final world tournament. But like
King Piccolo,
that shit. No, he beat Piccolo in the world tournament.
Oh, I thought King Piccolo was the bad.
No, because when Piccolo, he spit out Piccolo after that, and then whenever he became like taller, he went to another world tournament and he fought Piccolo in that world tournament. Oh, okay. That's when he destroyed the arena, so it was like the first to just be knocked out, and he beat Piccolo. But like the stakes were higher for me in there because like you were like, bro,
for sure,
like because it wasn't like
there's no way to gauge the power level.
Yeah, it wasn't like they weren't like, oh, your power level is 300 because. When Dragon Ball Z came out, funny enough, like they're saying after all of Dragon Ball, Goku's power level was only 320. I was like,
nah,
that seems low. This boy was lifting cars at like 4. Like I don't know what the fuck.
But shit, what Raditz killed him, right?
Yeah, but Raditz power level was 1200.
Yeah, I agree with you with Dragon Ball all the way up until the Frieza saga, right? I mean, even though that's Dragon Ball Z, but I'm saying like
no, but like Dragon Ball Z is like just more epic. Like,
yeah,
if we talk about like just like
I'm not trying to leave you hanging. Yeah, I really have to pee. I don't know if you want to keep talking.
No,
you should keep talking. No, I gotta pee. You want to close it out?
We gotta close it out. What you mean?
Okay, well, close this shit out. We'll be back next week. We love y'all. Diamond, Amanda, be here.
Yeah, Chris gotta pee.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, let him walk out. But yeah, we gotta hear. I gotta get home to my son and my wife. And doodle-a-doodle as always.